doesn't often have positive nor general good intentions. It's often a place of hate and criticism, sometimes for good reasons, and sometimes extremely beyond what is necessary. I'd hope that most of you would know this watching this video, as with the existence of things such as lolcows, I can't help but ponder the what-if question of, does God fear his own creation? What I am trying to say is it's rare when something good comes out of the internet. Rare to have anything positive come from it at all. Rare, but not impossible. See, sometimes good things can happen, and the right person can become famous. A charity can go viral. Trends relating to a good cause can go viral, and awareness can be raised. Sometimes it's grand, and sometimes it's on a smaller scale, but good can come from the internet, and that's where today's video subject comes in. One day I was scrolling on my TikTok page and a video popped up of a content creator I have never seen before. The video was simple, him and his assumedly boyfriend on a beach, and little did I know this would jumpstart this new parasocial interest of mine that I have decided to make an entire video about now. Now, first I want to talk about queerness. Queerness is something that is famously gotten little positive media. Rather, the media queerness gets is often about trauma, triumph, trials, tribulations, and suffering. Not very often do we get a heart-stopper style love story where it's simple and meant to be a happy coming-of-age story about two young men. It makes sense that queerness is also synonymous with fighting, as it has always been synonymous with fighting. We have fought since the dawn of time to be recognized, and that fight is one that will continue with shows such as Heartstopper or Pose, to even tiny YouTube channels like myself yelling into a void where maybe no one will hear me. The fight that we have always had to be seen will continue on regardless of how others feel about us. After all, that's what queerness has been about for ages. Taking space and making space where others won't allow us. I'm not the first to say this, nor will I be the last. The fight continues on. For the little moments and for the happy moments, for the ability to love who you are and who you want to love, and to be loved by those who love you, without the risk of one's safety or one's life. Fighting for queer visibility is fighting to be happy, and that is a right. As much as they may make us doubt that fact, it is. And that leads me to why I formed such a parasocial connection to this couple in videos of queer joy. It's something that movies tend to leave behind, but it's beautiful, and it's meant to be seen and celebrated, and so allow me, if you will. The account I came across on this fateful day went by the name of Mckenna Crisp, and little did I know the chokehold his account, his alleged boyfriend's account, would also have on. Now, this video that I saw was simple, them on a beach together, and there was something about it that made me go for more. Most likely it was the ambiguity of the video, and I am, in my later years, becoming a real sucker for romance. The question of, are they? A question I had while watching the first video of theirs, and which a question that I continued asking throughout many videos of theirs moving forward. It was a fun little game of will they, won't they, that I was playing with myself basically, but now the question is, who are they? Mckenna Crisp is a TikTok creator that prioritizes more of his trend-oriented content, which consists of little mini jokes and gag videos, and sometimes little dance videos of sorts. But it seems that he gained most of his following through his gym presence and being a health and fitness content creator. He still does post health and fitness related content, but those are more sparse in comparison to his more silly day-to-day videos, where either does little dances or lip syncs on camera. Honestly, he's enjoying life, and I envy that. Then that leaves his alleged boyfriend, and why do I keep saying alleged? Dominik O'Callaghan, I think? Sorry if I got that wrong. Is a lifestyle content creator making similar content to Mckenna with much less to do with gym videos, being far more sparse than Mckenna, but still having a few here and there. He also posted quite a bit of posts in relation to his sexuality, being MLM, which is not a scam for the uninitiated, and instead stands for men loving men. So, why do I say alleged boyfriend? Simple. I am not in the policy to speculate on a person's sexuality, and I think nothing good comes out of doing that in a public forum. So I'll drop the allegation and allegedly from this point moving forward, and I just want you to assume every time I bring up them dating, there is an asterisk or air quotes, as neither of them have officially confirmed nor denied dating room. Now, I'm sure you're wondering, if I'm not speculating in their sexuality, why am I making an entire video about queer joy about them? And that's also simple. I can read writing on the wall. Queerness is on a wide spectrum, and a part of that spectrum is the dreaded coming out saga, which all queer people must approach. Many go about it in a plethora of different ways, and one of those ways is never acknowledging it. And sometimes people don't want to say what's written on the wall. Sometimes people don't want to have a big coming out moment. These two have decided to not specify whether they're dating or not, but they also have made an active decision to point out to the viewers that make us believe they're more than just friends, bros even. So therefore, I'm going to fill in the gaps. It's called media literacy. And even at the end of this, if it all comes out that they were just friends the entire time, which I doubt, I will still think that my points will stand. Or I'll delete this video. Get fucked. More importantly, I cannot confirm nor deny this, but I have seen comments on Mckenna's TikTok that say that he did come out once upon a time, but he stopped making content associated with his sexuality due to receiving hate, which does just suck. And that is a part of being a queer person on the internet, but especially he's a queer person in the gym bro sphere, so I can't even imagine the hate. With Dominik being very open about being MLM, it kind of leads to the obvious. Dominik also posts much more coupley related things, and even calls Mckenna by Kenny, which is a cute little couple's nickname, presumably. And they have little cute nicknames. So I'm just reading the writing on the wall. And maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt it. Because sometimes people will tell you something without saying it out loud. And I believe that's what these two are doing. So I'm going to lead with my foot forward and step in the mud, and maybe it's quicksand, and maybe I'll fall and sink, and who knows? You're coming along this journey with me anyway. My whole point in this video is queer joy, because if you're like me, once one of these two creators showed up on your feed and your page, they never left and have been around ever since. For the longest time, I didn't even follow them because it kept showing up, so I didn't feel the need to, and then I realized maybe one day they won't show up on my feed, and so I followed them both. Parasocial connections are a part of the internet. They can, and most likely are unhealthy, but they are bound to happen to some degree for everyone who uses social media. Whether that be comparing your life to someone else's, having that one content creator that you hate watch, or even having your fave TikTok couple, there are parasocial aspects to all avenues of media, but more specifically social media. This isn't exactly a bad or good thing, it's just a fact thing that, after all, without them, we wouldn't have this career path of content creator or content creation or influencer, if you will. But rather, it's to say it can be good in small doses and it can be bad. What's important to remember about parasocial relationships is always remember that they're never real and you don't know these people. If you go into all of them remembering that, I would say you are more likely than not leading forward with a good foot, which leads me to say that they're just fun. And that's the kind of the point of my parasocial connection. I have had the privilege to watch this couple on their vacation together, and it's been beautiful. Yes, it was shown to me only the good times in the romanticized version of this vacation, and I didn't see the bad times that they went on. And I'm happy that I got to see that. Because it's couples like this that remind me that this is what the fighting is for. What the liberation has led to. These two men may never know me, and that's fine, but I got to see a very small part of their relationship with one another and the joy that they bring to one another, and that made me happy. I saw someone mention in that their relationship feels similar to watching Heartstopper, and I can't help but agree. It's pure, it's fun, and it's queer joy, something that we can lose track of in such dire times that we're in. And that's something that we can't forget about, especially not now. By no means am I saying that everyone needs their one person or partner, nor am I saying that to give up on the fight. But remember what it's all for. We fight for ourselves and we fight for others. We fight for love. We fight for people like Mckenna and Dominik. Love and all kinds of love that's out there. Either way, I'm happy these two content creators fell into my lap one day. They did remind me of that. And I hope that this video can serve as a reminder to you that we fight for something, for someone. Queer joy. And that's something that I hope that we can remember a little more often. So thank you, Mckenna and Dominik, for reminding me that queer joy is out there and that it exists. I have been Enigma,